What's up everyone? Welcome back to another Virtue Bowling Supply video. Today we're doing another comparison ball review featuring the Hammer Black Pearl Urethane Bowling Ball. We have Hunter Mays, who has a lot of titles, a lot of success with urethane. He's going to give us his insights. And we're also going to dive into the Specto data at the very end of this video so you can get even an objective view of how different these three bowling balls are. He's going to be comparing the Black Hammer to the IQ78 and the Purple Hammer. Let's check it out.
Alright, so I just do the Black Hammer 78B for 10 shots. And, wow. That was it. I just threw 10 strikes. Normally urethane only locks up and kind of gets forward, but this ball, something different. I threw 10 shots. I threw some left, I threw some right. Don't really worry about it. I'm really good. So I don't know if it's just a lane or if I'm throwing against this ball. So let's throw the 78, the IQ 78. We'll see it.
And the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures, they can get so bitter. Sure you want to enter, you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy.
So this audio we could not actually recover from Hunter. He ended up rating it a nuts. He liked it a lot. He talked a lot about how urethane tends to lock up, was the term he liked to use, which I think he means kind of not continue or not continue to shape. And he felt like he was surprised by how much the Black Hammer still continued and did not want to necessarily lock up, compared to his IQ78, which was the same hardness. Okay, so what does the Specto data say about urethane and all of Hunter's comparisons? First off, it's important to know that when we're looking at the Specto data, there's really four main categories to judge ball performance. There's total hook, there's impact angle, there's speed loss, and change of direction. And these don't always all paint the same picture and can even sometimes contradict each other. For example, sometimes a bowling ball can have more total hook and more change of direction without more speed loss. And this can sometimes be a sign of a less reliable ball motion because, as we always say here, the key to good, consistent ball motion is speed loss. When we look at speed loss across the bowling balls, we see small changes, but if you've ever watched these videos before and you've looked at reactive balls that we've compared, reactive balls have much more significant differences in speed loss than you're seeing in the urethane bowling balls. So looking at the speed loss, the first thing I want to point out is the first shot with the Black Hammer. You're going to see kind of quite a bit different data for that particular shot in terms of change of direction and speed loss, and I really think that that has to do with the speed versus the RPM. So if you look at the averages of those shots, his ball speed was quite a bit lower from the lowest ball speed in the group, but his rev rate really wasn't that different. So I have a feeling that's the reason why we saw a bit more performance out of the bowling ball, a bit more speed loss, and a bit more change of direction. And he was also a little bit more in the oil if you're looking at the lane map for that first Black Hammer shots. But you don't see a ton of difference in speed loss. The big differences you see are in total hook
impact angle, and change of direction, which you kind of see the same general trends with the IQ78 being the straightest. It has the least total hook, the least impact angle, and the least change of direction. And then above that, you have the Black Hammer if you were to average the two shots out. Next up in total hook, impact angle, and change of direction. And then the highest performing bowling ball, the Purple Hammer, having the most total hook, the most impact angle, and the most change of direction. Keep in mind that more performance does not always create higher scores, especially with urethane. It's quite often with urethane to have a speed rev rate combination where you can score pretty well when you can go straight, but as soon as you have to start going left to right, it's very difficult to string strikes or get optimum pin carry. If this is the case for you, this could mean that if you're throwing a Purple Hammer, for example, and it starts to force your feet further left, the increased performance could start to reduce the amount of miss room you have to actually string strikes. This could be a scenario where you could actually ball down into a Black Hammer, or from a Black Hammer to an IQ78, that might allow you to stay straighter for longer. Of course, that same rule also applies with patterns and topography that might require or force you or incentivize you to stay straighter for longer. Just keep in mind that performance does not always correlate to score, especially in urethane, and understand that what we're seeing here in the Specto data is IQ78 slowing down a little less than the Black Hammer, and the Black Hammer slowing down a little less than the Purple Hammer.
We hope you found this video useful. As always, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.